Center. This is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
That's our very effective system for getting your attention, because we have a situation, and nothing would make this a better day than to see this one resolved. As I was leaving for the radio station, I got stopped by a young couple near my house, and they told me about their dog, Lab, beautiful brown lab, who is missing in the Cloverdale Idlewild area. Went missing from the park that's where Cloverdale Road and Audubon Road meet in a triangle. So somewhere in that area, of course, being a lab, they can get around and cover some distance. So if you're anywhere in that area and you see a beautiful, he seems like a real sweet, friendly dog. His name is Camp. If
Chocolate Lab.
Yeah, take a look. That's him right there. You can give us a holler here at 334-272-9228. My heart just broke because your dog's missing. It's your baby. You don't know. And I would love to see smiles on this couple's face at the end of the day with a happy resolution. And they're scouring the area looking for him. Again, this is in Cloverdale, Idlewild, in a radius around the park next to Cloverdale Road and Audubon Road. And if you see anything, please give us a holler at 334-272-9228. I doubt this is related, but let's see who's on the phone at 306. Good afternoon.
Hey, this is Clint.
Hey, Clint.
I'm hoping they find the dog. And dogs they're special. So.
Yes.
And yes, they are. Yes, and they're brothers and sisters, and they're your kids. That's what they are. So, hey, I got a question for you. Do you have any yoga pants today?
Yeah, I got yoga pants. I can play that.
Hey, have a good weekend, guys. God bless you.
All right. Thank you, Clint. Now, we have a little notice from our lawyers, and we're going to annoy anybody from the left by playing the Trump Can't Win sequel for the last election while we get set up for the rest of the show. And again, 334-272-9228. I also have that dog pictured on my Facebook page. In fact, I can probably get the picture up on our YouTube feed as well.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
You got a campaign ending in chaos, and you got another campaign that was able to deploy 90,000 volunteers to knock on 3 million doors. Guys, the better campaign is going to win this one.
He's going to lose. It's not even going to be that close, actually. So I know everyone's talking about how close it's going to be, but they're just underrepresenting the women, and they're over-calculating because they've been embarrassed, the pollsters, twice.
What are we going to say to Donald Trump in November?
Bye, bye, bye.
He's never going to be president of the United States. Thank God he's not going to be that.
First of all, I'm not going to worry about it, Phil, because he's not going to win.
And he's asked me, why I was getting the champagne. And I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight. And he just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face. And I said, she's going to win this, right? And he says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not.
The math has shown Donald Trump has no chance of winning in November of 24. He wouldn't even win Georgia.
Even though Donald Trump is going to claim victory, yeah, within a few hours, you're going to find out that's nonsense and that he lost badly.
All right, here it is, everybody. My final map. But I have to say, I'm not shy about putting 349 electoral votes in the lap of Harris. It's going to be a blowout.
Would people, in the light of this and all else that happened after the 2020 election, going to vote for him this time, who didn't the last time? Hard to believe.
We are one day away from this election, and I think a lot of people are going to be upset.
I would say take Harris over 270 electoral votes.
This guy is a loser. He's fat.
He's pathetic. He doesn't know where he is. He's confused. He's dazed. And I think people are going to see through that. And, a lot of these macho, guys, I don't think they think it's macho to attack women, attack Puerto Ricans. I mean, I don't think they're or blacks or anything else.
If you nominate Donald Trump as the Republican nominee, Joe Biden will win and Kamala Harris will become president. That's a fact. If Donald Trump becomes the Republican nominee, we will get a President Kamala Harris. You mark my words. He cannot win a general election. Donald Trump will not win the general election. You can have him win any primary you want. He will not win a general election. We will have a female president of the United States. It will either be me or it will be Kamala Harris.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
All right, this election alert means we are getting to our first big poll closing. Here are our first projections. There, NBC News projects that Donald Trump has won the presidential election in Kentucky, Indiana. In West Virginia, Donald Trump is the winner. Florida, Tennessee, Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, North Dakota, South Dakota. NBC News also projects a winner in the Wyoming presidential race, Mississippi, Louisiana, Ohio, Kansas, Utah, Montana, Iowa, the state of Nebraska in the presidential contest, Idaho. The first swing state is North Carolina, going to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has prevailed in the presidential race in Georgia. Pennsylvania, NBC now projects he is the winner of Michigan and its 15 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the winner in Alaska, picking up 3 more electoral votes. Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin. He is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president.
Hey, look what happened. This is crazy.
Give my remarks to all of the Trump haters, all of the people that said that my Trump was gonna lose. So I say to you this morning, the day after the election,
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Listen up on YouTube, Happy Hour with Greg and Pamela, except Pamela's not here, but guess what? It's Friday, and a much beloved and glorious Prime Minister Playtime, Kerry Adams, is here. Lots to talk about in front and behind the scenes today.
And here they are.
Plus, we are looking for your help in finding a lost dog in the Cloverdale Aisleway there. Take a look at that boy up there on the screen. He's so handsome. His name is Camp, and he went missing along Cloverdale Road, not far from Audubon Road.
Know it well.
There's a young couple that is desperate to find him, and we want to make this happen. So I don't care if you contact me through Facebook Messenger or call directly here at 334-272-9228. We would love to see this happily resolved.
Got to find him, folks.
Yeah.
It's important.
How can you not look at that picture and not just love that dog?
I love Chocolate Labs.
Yeah.
They're so smart.
They are.
Natural born babysitters.
Although he should know better to worry his mom and dad.
Yeah.
By going missing. So hopefully we'll see that work out today. Now, what's this?
We will.
I just received Yellowhammer, who's got glasses to wear. Some screens are too far away, so the readers don't work. And then this pair likes to pull my eyeballs out of their socket.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. I'm just going to move my mic, pardon me, a little bit closer so I can just read it. Less than 24 hours after a federal grand jury returned an 11-count indictment against the Southern Poverty Law Center, the nonprofit posted a job listing for a new CEO, but forgot to mention the part about the federal charges.
Yeah, imagine that.
SPLC is hiring. Montgomery nonprofit seeks $500,000 CEO to inherit a legacy of conviction.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be part of that legacy of conviction.
Yeah, they are, I hope.
With everything that's coming out.
They are powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy.
Well, and they hide behind the racial barrier
Of course,
to.
they weaponized racism.
Exactly.
That's what they've done.
That's what they've done. They funded it.
Yep.
They pushed for certain events to happen so they could step in and be the guy with the white hat. When
Well,
in fact,
Greg, we had a guy that essentially stole a couple of mules from us, like 30 grand he owed us. We couldn't find him. We had an address, but we couldn't find. He wasn't there. We
by
couldn't
mules, you mean
find him.
Kawasaki mules.
Yes, Kawasaki mules, not the four-legged animals. But I happened to know a guy who worked at security at the Southern Poverty Law Center. I told him, he said, give me his full name. Within 30 minutes, I got a phone call with an address. They were tied in, or maybe they still are, with the federal government in their database. They have power.
Well, the FBI was using them as a guideline.
Exactly.
Who are the bad guys? Well,
Exactly.
in their opinion, as leftist as they are,
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm not on a list somewhere.
You may be.
That could be too.
I may be too. I don't know. I don't want to know.
So this is almost comical that they would be running this
Yeah.
ad.
Yeah, it is.
I'll put it on Facebook so you can take a look. But I also want you to see that handsome dog that we've got up there. I really, really want to see that happen. If you live anywhere in the Cloverdale, Idlewild area,
be on the lookout
for a beautiful chocolate lab that we are trying to reunite with.
Yes, got to find him, folks. It's important.
Let's see what else is happening. I want to see how the market finished up today. Well, the Dow is off a little, but not much, so that's good.
Yeah, no change
considering
is good.
how volatile it can be. Most of the indexes slightly in the red this afternoon. Biscuits baseball tonight and Biscuits baseball tomorrow night, and I'm going to enter a new arena. I'm beginning,
Literally or figuratively?
I'm beginning and ending my career as a ballpark announcer tomorrow.
What? Wait. Ending your career?
Well, I'm going to start my career as a ballpark announcer, but it's a one-day gig.
Okay.
This is how desperate they are. They've asked me, but you can't say no to a guy like Mike Murphy, who does such a phenomenal job with the Biscuits.
No, not. I mean,
And honestly, I am far more worried about this and nervous than I think anything I've done in the last 20 years.
Oh, Greg, it's a piece of cake for you. Well, pardon the pun, but the Biscuits have been a home run for Montgomery. They really have. The whole downtown thing, everything that was done. I was against it because I didn't think it would work, and I was wrong. It's done.
Yeah, but you know what's happening now is, and it's still very affordable. It's the fear of downtown at night.
Yeah.
Has hurt them. It's hurt concert attendance. It's hurt restaurants. And until we had Senator Tuberville on the morning show yesterday, I may play that interview.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Good. He's got plans when he becomes governor that will make Stephen Reed very unhappy.
Oh, well.
If it means calling in the guard, so be it. But he's heard the complaints about crime here. And of course, the last time they tried to tell us that crime was down, we had 4 murders over the following weekend. Then it's starting the next day. So just stop. Stop with the BS. Just stop with the BS.
Yeah, I agree.
Hang on, I may have news here. Oh, it's just a big tornado picture from Enid, Oklahoma, from Rich Thomas.
Yeah, they get a lot of those up there, don't they?
Yeah, it's Tornado Alley. Though we've been very lucky here. We're almost at the end of the month, and we've had nothing in the way of severe. We've had no rain, much less anything severe.
That's true.
Let's see. Dems meltdown as Trump and GOP work to combat fraud. Yeah. I would love to see a nonstop parade of leftists head to prison.
Amen.
They've been robbing us blind.
Yep.
Robbing us blind.
Minnesota.
And when they're not stealing from the federal treasury, they're stealing ballots and votes and elections.
How they stay in power.
But I wrote my magazine column for May today. We have the primary on May 19th. And I wrote it about citizenship, basically, and the value of it. And I pointed out, not in an alarmist way, but this goes to both parties, that 80% of Americans of all stripes want voter ID.
Yeah, of course.
It's the ultimate sanction of citizenship. Yet, even with a Republican majority alleged, they couldn't get it done. And I'd like to know why. I'd like to know who's telling them not to make this bill pass. What is the darker plan behind that? I mean, that's a no-brainer. It is the law probably in every other country on the planet, even back-asswards places like Iran. But no, we just weren't able to eke that through. You sorry sons of bitches. That's what you are.
Yep.
So we don't have a two-party system. We have the owners, and we have those of us who are allowed to stay alive.
Well, it's like Carlin says in that clip.
And we're going to play that, by the way, at the end of the next break.
We only get to vote. Voting is to make us think we have a choice.
Yes.
We have no choice. We're totally controlled by the owners, and he's right.
Mm-hmm. And the ultimate example, the guy who has shown the spotlight on this is Donald John Trump.
Yep.
He is not, Carlin in the clip says, it's a big club and you ain't in it. Well, neither is he.
Exactly.
How dare he, not having served in Congress or the Senate or any other political office, consider himself ready to be a president?
Well, to me, that's the thing. The fact that he has no political experience, that's what makes him such a good president. He hasn't been brought up in that corrupt system, and it is a corrupt system.
I asked Senator Tuberville about this. Maybe I'll play segments of that interview. I said, tell me about the moment that the president contacted you to tell him he was going to take this action with Iran, because obviously a politically driven president would not. They've all kicked it down the road.
Yep.
It's been no secret what their desire is, what their goals are there. So he told us about the conversation he had with Trump, talked about being on Air Force One and how cool that is, and some of the things that he would like to do when he becomes governor of Alabama.
Wow.
But I am convinced, and I would never put him in the spot to answer this, I think in one term he's had all he can take of the way D.C. does things.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute nuthouse.
Yeah, it is. If you took just somebody like me that's a regular business owner and you tried to run your business the way that Washington tries to run this country, you wouldn't be open a week.
No. So we got a lot going on this afternoon. Please visit my Facebook page or check us out on YouTube, Happy Hour with Greg and Pamela. Take a look at Camp, the Missing Chocolate Lab. And again, missing in the Cloverdale Idlewild area. Could be anywhere around there, but went missing off Cloverdale Road near Audubon Road. So call me, Facebook message me. I'm going to be monitoring my phone very carefully.
Please, let's find this dog, folks. I've lost dogs before, and it is truly heartbreaking.
Yes. And this is such a terrific young couple. I would love to see this happen for them.
Yeah, me too. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Hey, I'll even throw in a reward if somebody comes up with the information that leads to the...
I'm with you on that.
The finding of Camp. Now, I'd like to talk to guys. How about a reward for you? Perhaps you've been noticing that you're not functioning at the level you'd like to. Your energy isn't where it needs to be. Your libido is nowhere to be found. You may have seen it on the side of a milk carton at the grocery store. Where did it go? Actually, it didn't go anywhere. It's just dormant because in all likelihood, your testosterone level has dropped for any variety of reasons. It happens with aging. And I'm talking by aging, upper 30s, 40, and beyond. Good news is, for $99, you can get that number with a simple test at Montgomery Men's Health. This is a medical facility run by a board-certified urologist. And if the number is low, it can be fixed. And then the good news is you can experience the rejuvenation within. And it's not some magic potion. It's just your body being restored so it has what it needs to function. If you're dealing with ED, obesity, or any issue like that, there are solutions that go above and beyond pills that are more effective. So if you really want the help and you'd like to get back in the game, call them 334-440-3663. or browse them online at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. You can also make the appointment through the website. It's a $99 investment that could change your life in all good ways. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Here's Skipper, our first traffic at 325.
Well, first of all, earlier this afternoon, we had an accident, I-65 northbound, just above Pine Level. At one point, we had a big slowdown. Expect some delays if you're northbound on 65. I-85 southbound, right around Jackson Street. We have a couple of vehicles off on the right. All lanes are open, but watch out for those folks walking around. Traffic busy and building up at Montgomery Interstates, Boulevards, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka, reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. McKinnon Toyota just received a shipment of Toyota 4Runners, financing as low as 2.9%. Plus, you get small town service. They're family owned. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I rolled up my sleeves in Congress, and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Quire.
Don't let plumbing problems strain your wallet or back up your day. Lou Quire's experienced plumbers can get there right away. Call the pros the Montgomery area has trusted for decades to get things done right. Lou Quire offers 24/7 emergency service so your home can run smoothly day and night. License number 22154.
Whatever you require, call Lou Quire right now.
It's time to show Mom how much you appreciate her with a Jenny Lynn's floral creation for Mother's Day. Skip the grocery store flowers and make one quick call, 285-1000. Roses, lilies, beautiful bouquets, and gift baskets designed just for Mom. Call Jenny Lynn's Creations, 285-1000.
This is Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. If you're an experienced sales professional ready for more opportunity, more income potential, and more control over your own success, we should talk. At Blue Water, you'll work with local business owners to develop strategic marketing campaigns across 7 radio stations and a growing digital platform, including social, streaming, and targeted advertising. Outside sales experience is required. Media or digital experience is a plus. If you're ready for a career move that rewards performance, send us your resume today. BlueWaterBroadcasting.com.
Live local talk, the River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the... They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting by a system that threw them overboard 30 years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich who don't give a about them. They don't give a about you. They don't give about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on. The fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue that's being jammed up their every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
And in case you were asleep, you may have seen the American dream take a kick in a delicate area over this week when the Senate couldn't manage to pass the Save America Act and require voter ID. What was the reason this time? Because married women might have a problem?
Oh, come on.
They not only do they say, no, we're not going to do what you want, but then they rub it in because they think you're too stupid or incompetent to be able to produce an ID to vote. It's sickening and disheartening.
Yes, it is.
And I decided to write this thing on citizenship today because what does it mean if you let anybody walk into the country and immediately look at the staggering amount of money being wasted in California? They're giving illegals complete and total health care. Those of you who are struggling with a big copay on a medication or trying to pay down a ridiculous hospital bill, you got one person to thank for all of this. The guy that really put the collapse of the healthcare system into overdrive.
Assalamu alaikum.
That bastard. Thank him. Doctors want to do their job. They want to do what's best, but
their hands are tied
and buried in paperwork because that's what government is. Relentless paperwork.
Bureaucracy.
And it's just so wrong.
Actually, it's a bureaucracy right now.
If you're not going to see me and Terry Adams on your screens, or maybe in the corner. In fact, what did I do here? I think I got to put.
That's fine with me.
All right, now we've added you. There you go. Okay. We've got the picture of Camp. That's the chocolate lab that is missing in the Cloverdale area. Please consider this an APB so we can help the young couple that lost the dog find him.
Please, it's heartbreaking to lose a pet like this.
It is, and you can reach out through Facebook Messenger or call us at 334-272-9228, and we'll be happy to help. I can't think of a better way to end the show than to get good news on this.
We're going to. Somebody's going to find that dog. Got to.
All right, at 3:33. Here's I'm going to play some clips this afternoon, and we gotta devote some time to this mystery that grows bigger by the day. The missing scientists.
Yeah, another one is gone.
Another one. Yeah. They're like disappearing at the rate of one a day.
Yes.
But what I haven't seen, maybe one of our great virtual producers like Mark Cumby or somebody can find something that provides the thread ties all of these disappearances together. Why are they missing? And because I'm not seeing a pattern yet.
No.
But I am concerned because some of the people have gone missing from Los Alamos, and my sister's in charge of that lab, along with all the other West Coast nuclear facilities.
Wow, that's a very good position, very strong position of hers.
And at least it's finally gotten the attention of a couple of Congress critters who care. And some of the national media is finally paying attention to the story, too.
Yeah, Trump says they're going to get to the bottom of it, so we'll see.
Let's hope. I mean, I think he still has people in agencies that are working against him.
Oh, yeah. He hadn't cleaned them all out.
It's impossible.
It is.
Because they've been poisoned for so many years and through so many administrations. Anyway, this is Terrence Williams. It's a clip of Kamala Harris, and you'll never believe this, but she's drunk again. And back at pretending to be a Southern black woman from Terrence Williams. So let me, we'll take Camp off the screen for a moment so you can listen to and watch this clip. Come on.
To be a bit transactional.
We had the same problem yesterday.
She's using big words.
Hang on.
That'll be good. I wonder if she knows what any of them mean. It's asking a lot.
This is really, you know what? Yesterday, I get out of the way, open the window. I'm going to throw this damn computer right through the window.
I'll bring a sledgehammer next time I come.
That's it. We could do like a concert. We'll just break all the equipment up at the end of the show. Let's try it again.
I need to bring my adapter.
The volume's up.
So we can run
the picture's
stuff through
moving.
the other ones.
But I'm not a good lip reader. I just don't understand what the problem is.
I don't think it's you.
No. Maybe it's too many tabs open.
Possibly. I don't know.
I don't want to think that. But usually it's been pretty reliable. And I hate that at the moment it's not doing that for me. And I'd like to do something more than show a picture of Terrence Williams and Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
See, there is audio trying to come out. All right,
Yeah,
we got a
it's
little more
trying.
that time. Oh, God. Well, it's funny. We have the Alabama broadcasters in town, and they're hearing a demonstration of radio incompetence at its finest. And we're all very sorry about that. So
Sorry.
what we'll do is we'll work on this during the break, get some traffic, get you some local news from Sky Mosley and Rich's weekend forecast. I'll put it up next.
We had an accident earlier, I-85 southbound near South Jackson. They've been waiting about 45 minutes, still nobody on the scene. They are off on the right side of the road. Just watch out for those folks. Interstates are busy, boulevards are busy this afternoon, and we're seeing a lot of outbound traffic to Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka. Please be safe. We'll keep you updated. If you have less than perfect credit, McKenna Nissan may have just the plan for you. Talk to David and explore all your options. They'll do everything possible to have you driving today. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 on 565 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A local man has been arrested after allegedly bringing a gun to Bellingraph Middle School. 53-year-old Antwavion Hill was charged with possessing a weapon on school property and making terroristic threats. According to court documents, Hill walked up to a rear entrance and threatened to shoot up the school. The city of Montgomery has begun demolition of the long-abandoned Candlelight Hotel on West South Boulevard. Homeless individuals at the hotel were connected with outreach organizations before the process began. The nearby Days Inn has also been cleared for demolition, which is expected to be completed in the next 90 days. Montgomery Public Schools will be holding its Kindergarten Kickoff Week beginning Monday at all elementary schools. Kindergarten Kickoff allows students and parents to register, take a tour of their school, and meet the teachers. All families with incoming kindergarten students are encouraged to attend. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
It is 3:40. We take requests on Friday for your favorite bits, stand-up comics, whatever. Stuff you've heard on the station before. If it makes your afternoon better, we'll play it. At 334-272-9228, we did have a request for yoga pants, so that one's coming up next.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Catherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Catherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Catherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Strobel to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Catherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Catherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At eBike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. eBike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by eBike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Hunger doesn't always look the way you think, but it's closer than you realize. On Saturday, May 9th, join the Budget Bikes Battle at the Heart of Alabama Food Bank and turn awareness into action. Teams will go head-to-head, creating a full meal for $5 per person or less in just 60 minutes. Every $1 raise provides 5 meals for neighbors in need. Now we need you. Register your team today at hafb.org. Deadline is May 2nd. Be part of the solution. Cook with purpose. Fight hunger one meal at a time.
It's Prattville City Fest, presented by Prattville Baptist Hospital, May 1st through 2nd in historic downtown Prattville. Live entertainment, arts and crafts, food, and Pepsi products by signature sponsor Pepsi. Prattville City Fest, presented by Prattville Baptist Hospital, May 1st through 2nd in historic downtown Prattville. It's free.
Alabama weather will never fail to surprise you. Our lawns hardly get a chance to have any downtime, and as usual, it's already time to start getting ready for spring. This year, save the hard work and aggravation and call Alabama Lawns, the River Region's leader in weed control and fertilization services. What makes Alabama Lawns the River Region's best? It's the people. They have the experience, education, and commitment to customer satisfaction. Ask your neighbors. Alabama Lawns has been the Montgomery Advertiser's Reader's Choice Award winner 14 years in a row. The Alabama Lawn staff is made up of long-term employees and agronomy graduates, and the staff at Alabama Lawns attend annual continuing education classes. It pays to have someone that knows southern grass types and how to keep them green and flourishing. Call Alabama Lawns today at 272-7171 and let them show you real value in lawn maintenance service. Alabama Lawns, the company with black trucks and green lawns.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMCampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, the rain chances are very small, but not quite zero. I think the better chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms begins in the overnight hours late tonight, and there will be periods of showers and storms on Saturday. It's not going to rain all the time. High temperature in the lower 80s, and there could be a few leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday, but the rain chance is smaller by then. Sunday's high in the middle 80s. A Monday night storm system could be a bigger deal. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
It is 3:44 on News Talk 93.1 FM. We understand we have Chad.
Yes, Chad's on one.
With Greg Goodell and Terry Adams. Chad?
Twice in 1 week, huh?
Oh, Chad.
We're all very grateful and excited, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. So it looks like the Iranians are choosing door number 2. Door number 1 is we'll make a deal. Door number 2 is we want you to kick our ass again.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry to hear that. Why are they so stubborn?
Because they're evil.
Yeah, they're Islamic. Yeah.
I mean, these are basically, if you combine the worst of Islam and fascism, that's what you have.
Bingo. Well
Islamo-fascist.
Well
That's
said.
exactly what you have. And they're not going to negotiate. They don't believe in negotiation. The only reason they would negotiate is to delay so that they can improve their position to cause more havoc. That's
Exactly
it.
right.
That's bottom line. Now, I do think it's still a great tactic, though, to kind of do the siege mentality that Trump is doing now, where he's basically cut off their ability to export their oil. And we'll see how that works. We blow up a couple of more of their ships or take out a few more of their ships. But, I mean, we're not moving 3 aircraft carriers into the area for no reason. And there were like about 20 large C-130s or whatever the new one is in the air yesterday, moving supplies and stuff down there. So they're planning. Yeah,
you think we'll have boots on the ground there?
No, I don't think we'll do that.
I think we'll have to. I don't think we'll have to.
No, I don't think we will either. On another issue, what's going on with this referendum thing up in Virginia? I've actually gotten to read some of the briefing on it, and I think the GOP has a pretty good case. That same judge, ruled in favor of the GOP, and it basically his 2 decisions got vacated, but there was a good reason for it. The court up there, the Supreme Court, looks at the whole referendum process as one legislative act. So the legislature passes, they do a referendum, and it's got to be voted on. So they look at it's being voted on is the final act that has to be done before you can challenge the law, which has now been done. And when they argued it last couple of months ago, the Supreme Court of Virginia said, "Yeah, we think you got problems. We may not shut this judge down now because, the referendum hadn't been voted on yet, but you got problems." So he did. The Supreme Court up there pretty much indicated that they saw problems down the road. So I think there's a better than 50% possibility that referendum is going to get thrown out. So, but we will see, right?
Yep. Always.
That's my legal view on that.
We so appreciate it, Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
You guys have a great weekend.
You too. Good to hear from you, as always.
You got Red Top on, too.
Red Top.
Welcome from the crispy front yards of Montgomery here with no rain at all.
Capital of dreams, my friend. The capital of dreams.
Golly Moses. And, nobody strike a match. They're going through hell with wildfires in Georgia.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky here. So everybody be really careful. Yeah. Terry, by the way, Department of War, Pighead Seth, they do a news conference every morning at 7 o'clock live on NTD, the same network that David Blackman's on.
Oh, wow.
And this morning they said, and it's pretty much an hour-long debriefing, and HEXF said this morning now they have 37 ships. And if they have a blockade, our Navy is right on their coastline. We're a lot closer than we were when we did the first attack. So if Iran wants to play nasty, we are right there, buddy.
Wow.
Golly. We're in reach. You don't have to hardly even fly anywhere. And Terry.
Yes.
How about the flyby of the moon? And also that they found organic molecules on Mars.
Imagine that.
The rover. Yeah. So, did you watch any of the moon activity?
Yes, I did.
Wasn't it thrilling?
It was. It was amazing.
Oh man, we covered the launch on the show. We carried it live.
Cool.
I had tears. I mean, this was like going back to the '60s.
Yep.
And watching our country do great things.
It's like thinking about JFK. Not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
And Terry, are you old enough to have seen the first moon landing?
Yes, I am. I did see it.
Well, what year did you graduate? You graduated from Lee, didn't you?
No. I graduated down in the middle of nowhere, Luverne, Alabama.
Oh, wow. Okay, gotcha. Well, not many people are mentioned. That seems to have gone back in the news, but that's still America's greatest accomplishment, the moon missions.
Yeah.
And, the Artemis 3 main booster rocket is on its way down the Intercoastal Waterway to Cape Canaveral right now.
Oh, that's cool. That's so cool.
Yeah, they showed it this week. I assume it was leaving Huntsville.
Yeah. That would be
So,
right.
Man, this is all, and if you didn't know this, the Orion capsule was 16 feet in diameter and 10 feet tall.
Wow.
It was huge, man.
Yeah, that's massive.
I had no idea it was that big.
I didn't
And
either.
hence, that heat shield. Can you imagine something 16 feet in diameter taking that heat?
No.
60% more room than the Apollo capsule.
Wow. Actually have some comfort inside there for a change.
Yes, and perfect, flawlessly executed from when they said it was going to launch at this minute, it launched, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did.
And when they said it was going to land at 7:07
It landed.
last Friday, it landed at 7:07, man.
And right where they said it would land. I mean, I remember some of the Mercury and Gemini and Apollo missions were a little off course and so forth. But today with the technology.
Golly, what a fantastic accomplishment. I mean, there's nobody on Earth close to USA. We are the next step in evolution, guys.
Well,
And,
there's a lot of people on the left that need to get this message. They hate the country. They think we're just awful. That's what they've been told in school and by their college Marxist professors.
Yep.
And how freaking pathetic is that? They don't know what bad is.
It's the 18 to 30-year-olds are going to be our biggest nemesis guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, I'm scared of that group.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great weekend. Pray for rain. I think you're going to get some. So, as usual, roll tide, go Trump.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the call. 272-9228. Love to hear from first-time callers.
Yeah, that would be nice. And let's find that dog, y'all. It's a Chocolate Lab in Old Cloverdale. We got to find him.
I've got a picture of him on Facebook. He is also prominently featured on our YouTube feed. You can reach out through Facebook Messenger or call us on our line at 334-272-9228. If you see this boy went missing in the Cloverdale Idlewild area near Cloverdale Road and Audubon Road. There's a couple of little parks there, and I guess he spends a lot of time there. With any luck, maybe he'll just walk back. I don't care. I want this boy found.
Amen.
And that's all I'm wishing for this afternoon.
We got a third-time caller on line one.
A third-time caller?
Yeah.
Well, let's find out who it is.
Count Sporacula.
Count Sporacula.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sporac.
as opposed to Sporacula. I got you.
Greg, I understand that you have located a bicycle repair shop in town. Whereabouts is
On Gulfweight Avenue.
Wait. On Gulfweight.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that new?
No, it's been there for a long time. I never went there previously because they were on the other side of town. Now I'm on that side of town. It should be easier, but it's hard to get my bike into the damn car without taking the front wheel off, which I really don't want to do.
Maybe somebody who knows a guy will have a truck to help you, transport.
I don't want to bother anybody.
But you see, Greg, I got to tell you this, and I got to go away. This is my funny thing for today. What did the front bicycle tire say to the back bicycle tire?
Well, you got me on that one. I'm not that clever.
One good turn deserves another. That's all.
Thank you, Sporacula.
Sorry.
Quite
Very bad.
appreciate the call, but and thanks for making us think. All right, it is.
The question is, will he be a fourth time?
The DOJ has dropped the criminal probe of Jerome Powell, outgoing Fed chair. But I will say this. I think that guy made decisions that were political. He cut the rates a year ago, September, during the election cycle to help Kamala.
Yep.
That was the only reason to do that, because he did not want Donald Trump back. And then when Trump has shown results with the economy and a cut in rates is deserved, he did a little marginal cut here, marginal cut there. I'm sorry, that's just wrong on so many levels.
Well, make no mistake, Barack and his group, they basically weaponized the federal government
Everything.
against Donald Trump. And why
And us
nobody's
too.
being held accountable is beyond me.
I would like to think he's not invulnerable, but more and more people are coming to the conclusion that virtually everything that we see is wrong in America today began with him.
Yep.
The great uniter my ass.
Yeah, really.
3:55, our show brought to you in part by Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. We added somebody to the Clark's Club this morning. We do it every week on Friday on the morning show, and all you got to do is call and give us your first name and last initial to be eligible for that drawing. It's a $180 value prize. Somebody will be out to your house twice before each seasonal weather change or during it. If you join now, they'll get you ready for the rest of the hot weather season ahead.
Yep.
If they spot or suggest a repair, you'll get a discount on parts and labor. If you need a new system, do yourself the biggest favor. Talk to them. They've got some great units, big brand names, available at 0% interest. They do the installation and the service, and some of these new units can literally cut your electric bill in half and provide a better and faster response to when you want a different temperature in the house. They're really amazing.
Yep.
Mine paid for itself over 3 years.
Wow.
And it's quiet.
Love it.
Elmer Fudd would approve. Call 277-2125 or visit clarkcomfort.com. Alabama certification number 09098. Clint had to move yoga pants to after the upcoming Salem Radio Network news, which will come up in a couple of minutes after we do traffic.
Busy building traffic all over the Montgomery area this afternoon. We are seeing a lot of cars out on the road. And Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to moderate building traffic as a lot of people are getting off work, heading out of the city or home. Right now, we have one accident on 85 southbound that are waiting on a little bit of help. They are off on the right side of the roadway, but all lanes are open. Doesn't really seem to be much of a traffic issue there. We will keep you updated. High school students, Trenton State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to TrentonState.edu for more information. Buckle up with the Jay Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
Hey fans, there's never been a better time for Biscuits Baseball at Davos Park. Enjoy giveaways, theme nights, and max fireworks all season long. From tacos and tall boys to Thirsty Thursdays and Family Fun Sundays, there's something for everyone. Get your tickets now at biscuitsbaseball.com or call 323-BALL.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting?
Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Today is Arbor Day, a day to reflect on the importance of trees in our lives. When we were children, trees meant everything. We'd climb them, we'd swing from their limbs and carve our initials into their bark. Now, as an adult, those same trees still stand, and their roots have only grown deeper. So deep that they punctured your sewer line and flooded your basement with unimaginable filth. And your homeowner's insurance has a $1,500 deductible, which is half as much as the quote the tree guy gave you to take it down. So happy Arbor Day. And remember, stump grinding is an extra $400.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
At 4.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner are heading to Pakistan for Iran talks tomorrow. Meanwhile, Iran confirms its foreign minister will travel to Pakistan's capital, Islamabad, but does not mention talks with the U.S. The Pentagon is on the lookout for any new Iranian mine laying in the Strait of Hormuz. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said today the laying of new mines would violate the ceasefire with the U.S. and that the military is prepared to deal with any Iranian ships that lay more mines. The Justice Department has dropped its criminal investigation into Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Federal prosecutors were conducting a probe into Chairman Powell and the Fed's extensive building renovations. President Trump, who has harshly criticized Powell for not lowering interest rates fast enough, had refused to end that probe, even after a federal judge says there was no evidence. This is SRN News.
No one likes saying that last goodbye to the furry friend they've loved for years. It's heartbreaking. What makes it harder is knowing how quickly time goes by. One day they're racing to the door. The next day they're moving slower, sleeping more. You start wondering, is there anything I can do? Most of us would do anything to love them longer. Dog owners don't realize the live nutrients their dog needs to thrive. They're missing from their food. That's where Rough Greens comes in. It's America's #1 dog supplement you sprinkle on their food. It's packed with probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, and 20 live vitamins and minerals to support digestion, energy, and overall health from the inside out. It's all natural, made in the USA. Thousands of dogs are feeling younger, more energetic, and healthier than they have in years. Get a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. Use the discount code MikeG. Rough is RUFF. Roughgreens.com. Promo code MikeG. Rough Greens makes any dog food better. Rough Greens.
This may be the dumbest song I've ever written. It's pretty new, and it's just about real life. So.
By request, 334-272-9228.
My wife was out for 3 days to visit her mom. I was supposed to cook and clean while she was gone. Somehow she never buckles under all the demands. I had to know her secret. I had to understand. Well, I thought it might be coffee, but that gives her the shakes. It might be soap operas, but she says they're too fake. It's not the car she drives or what she puts in her hair. I realized it's got to be something that she wears. Yoga pants. She wears them all day. Yoga pants. At work and at play. Yoga pants. What's all the fuss? What makes them so special that they keep them from us? Yoga pants. Well, any normal person would leave it alone, but I'm not a normal person and nobody was home. My My wife was out of town and the kids were outside. I went into the bedroom and decided I would try yoga pants. So stretchy and thin. Yoga pants. Feels like my own skin. Yoga pants. Where you been all my life? I've never done yoga, but these make me wanna try yoga. So soft and so sleek. Yoga pants. Feels good on my cheek. Yoga pants. These are the best. If you're waiting for a video, don't hold your breath. Namaste.
And if there's something we can amuse you with, give us a call, 334-272-9338. Quick check on traffic, and we're back.
We have a new accident. East Boulevard headed up to I-85. If you're on the Carmichael side, headed up, should be in your lane. Hoping they're going to get that one out of the way. It is a minor accident. Traffic still building. Interstates, boulevards, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. We'll keep you updated. Thompson Tractor, proud to offer the all-new Workhorse Special. Take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months on the purchase of a new Cat 225 compact track loader, only $75,955. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch traffic.
All right. Just checking our thread.
Yes, sir.
On Camp, the beautiful chocolate lab, who ran away. Not ran away. He just was near the park where his mom and dad took him and wandered off in the Cloverdale Idlewild area near Audubon Road and Cloverdale Road. There's a couple of parks.
Yeah, it's beautiful over there.
Yeah.
Well, if he's a male lab and he hasn't been fixed,
Maybe find a
they're
girlfriend?
romancers, yes. Hunting, looking for friends. They're big romancers.
Anyway, I bumped into the couple that was looking for him as I was leaving to come here, and they're just so nice, and they're so distraught over this.
I know.
I know we're not supposed to pray for specific things, but God, if you got one in you for me this afternoon, bringing that dog back to these kids would be incredibly awesome. Dog's picture is on our YouTube feed at Happy Hour with Greg and Pamela. Well, Pamela's out today, and Terry Adams is here. And also, right at the top of my Facebook page, if you would share that like Jen did and some of the others, please look at Lost and Found Pets of Montgomery in case somebody finds him.
Yeah, we got to find him, folks. I've been there, and it's a terrible, terrible feeling.
Yeah. And just a sweet boy.
Yeah, I love labs. Ed is on line one.
Hello, Ed. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing?
Well,
good. Hey,
yes, sir.
I went to a concert a couple of weeks ago in Pensacola, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all ever heard of Leonard and Friends?
I've heard of them, yes, but I'm a little fuzzy on what it is they do. It's something different.
Go to YouTube. They're all on there. They're Russians. And
Right.
They cover like 8 or 10 Chicago songs.
Cool.
And they do Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they never have a female singer who does a great Karen Carpenter.
Wow.
And they are just I've been to about 60 concerts in my life, and this is the best one I've ever been to.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
I've seen the real Chicago, and these guys play the instruments as well as Chicago did, except they have 6 singers and not just 3.
Wow.
So it sounds a whole lot fuller.
Yeah.
But they are unbelievable. I think they were coming to Montgomery.
I was just thinking, I wonder if Sammy Smith had told me that they were scheduled to be here.
That's where you heard the name.
But where's my handy dandy Sammy Smith concert list for Impact? But he was
But
touting
anyway.
them, yeah.
They're go to YouTube and check them out. They are unbelievable.
Give me the name one more time.
Leonid,
Leonid, and Friends.
Okay.
Kind of like Leonid Brezhnev, if you
Gotcha.
remember him.
Yep. Cool. I'll check that out.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ed.
Well, here's some good news, and this is from CNN.
Ooh.
I'm sure they hate passing this kind of news along.
Yeah.
But the NASDAQ and the Standard & Poor's indexes are at all-time record highs, and the stock market is up, quote, like a rocket.
Well, it can't have anything to do with Donald Trump. There's just no way.
Well, they actually put his name in the headline.
I know.
Well, because he's a businessman. He knows how money works.
It's so crazy. We take a businessman and put him in charge of America's economy, and it actually starts working well. What are the chances?
It happened last time.
Yep.
And then they got him with COVID, which, and again, there's so many people that need to be brought to justice.
Amen.
We got
Fauci.
the SPLC on the way to that, but I want Anthony Fauci tried.
Me too.
That guy.
And
to think, and I feel so stupid because, all right, let's see what the doctor says. And he kept changing his mind. And, and then at the end, maybe a year after all of it's over, says, well, nothing I advised was based on science.
Well,
You little
scumbag.
Total scumbag. I wish there was a way to sue him for damages. Among topics we may explore this afternoon, married moms are 3 times happier than unmarried, childless women.
I can believe that.
And I got a clip here off Rumble that we will play. We also take requests. And again, directing you to my Facebook page. If you're in the Cloverdale, Idlewild area, anywhere near there, and you see a chocolate lab, his name is Camp. Please do your best to try and hold him.
He won't hurt you. Labs are harmless for the most part.
No, they're good boys.
They are.
And that picture of him is just adorable with that tongue. Labs have the super tongue.
Oh, man, I love lab. They have tails, too, now. They'll clear a coffee table in a minute with that tail.
Yeah. I've had that experience.
Yeah, me too. Otter tail.
So here at 411, what we'll do is we'll revisit Skipper in the traffic dungeon, check in on your commute, and get Rich's forecast in for the weekend. There is the possibility of some rain at last, but how much?
Well, I'll tell you, we are seeing busy building traffic this afternoon, and we have a minor accident on East Boulevard right before I-85. If you're coming up passing Woodmere and Carmichael, it's right in that stretch there. Hopefully they've got that out of the roadway. Still got an accident sitting on the right side of the road, 85 southbound near South Jackson Street. They've been waiting there about an hour. Still no emergency personnel on the scene there. And we are getting very busy everywhere. Please be safe. We will update you. Invisible Fence has both indoor-outdoor systems to keep your pets safe and in designated areas. Call Vicki at Invisible Fence for all the information and details. 334-265-2585. Buckle up with the J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
It's time to show Mom how much you appreciate her with a Jenny Lynn's floral creation for Mother's Day. Skip the grocery store flowers and make one quick call, 285-1000. Roses, lilies, beautiful bouquets, and gift baskets designed just for Mom. Call Jenny Lynn's Creations, 285-1000.
Hi, this is Jeff Mallinson with Georgia Floors Direct, and I want to talk to you about Blue Water Broadcast and how they've helped my business spread the word. As every small business owner, I have to look at my advertising dollars carefully, and Blue Water Broadcast helps me get the most for every dollar I spend. I'm so glad to be a part of Blue Water Broadcasting and what they bring to Montgomery.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, work for the best in the business.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, the rain chances are very small, but not quite zero. I think the better chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms begins in the overnight hours late tonight, and there will be periods of showers and storms on Saturday. It's not going to rain all the time. High temperature in the lower 80s, and there could be a few leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday, but the rain chance is smaller by then. Sunday's high in the middle 80s. A Monday night storm system could be a bigger deal. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank, serving families and communities since 1906. Proud to be named 16th best performing bank nationally in their asset category by American Banker. Learn more at cbsbank.com. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
More beer, you slappy wag. If there must be a bar, I can finally get a drink. I need to drink beer.
You need bar beers.
And as you know, I like my beer. Beer don't by itself.
I'm having a beer.
Free beer. I'm a booze hound.
Okay, meet me at the bar in 15 minutes and suit up.
Would you like some more champagne?
I'd love some.
Who's ready for margaritas?
Fireball.
All right, last call, fellas. It's closing time.
Ah, crap. I'm not even half buzzed.
We came here to drink beer.
Welcome back to Happy Hour. Greg Budell and Terry Adams, the much beloved and glorious. What are some of the things you've been spending time looking into recently?
There's a guy named David Wilcock. David Wilcock wrote this book I'm holding in my hand that a listener graciously gave to me, The Source Field Investigations. Fascinating stuff. This thing's huge.
The Source Field?
Source Field, yes.
Okay.
How everything is connected. Everything
Right.
is connected. There's experiments that have been peer reviewed and proven where you can take a guy and put him in a room and have a camera focused on him, and in another room somebody stares at him through a monitor, and his skin recognizes, his body recognizes he's being stared at. Stuff like that. Just
wow.
David Wilcox always looked into that stuff. Well, supposedly or purportedly he committed suicide a couple of days ago. Now, David Wilcock is not the type person who would kill himself. David Wilcock has really looked into the trying to find the source of everything, trying to figure out what holds everything together, which is God, in my opinion. And he was coming to that conclusion, and suddenly he's gone, along with 11 other that we talked about last time I was here. So why are these people who have this deep knowledge base of UFOs, aliens, and the big picture, the biggest of pictures, why are they being taken? What's going on? That's kind of what I've been looking at.
As you were talking about him, not the type to take his own life.
No.
You reminded me of somebody. I've spent a lot of time watching video biographies and stuff on Dorothy Kilgallen.
She was the only person to interview Ruby.
Yes.
She
knew.
She knew. She did.
And when she was found dead at a very young age from a purported overdose, they found her in a bed she normally didn't sleep in, a book that was just placed on her lap.
Arbitrarily, yep.
But most importantly, her notes, the notes she carried with her everywhere on Ruby and every other aspect of the JFK, because she wasn't buying the Warren Commission.
No.
She was one of the first to call it a pile of crap.
Yep.
Never been found.
Imagine that.
Never turned up. and somehow obtained 3 different versions of Seconal, mixed it with alcohol, and died from the reaction.
They killed her. No question.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Mine either.
And yet, even today, well, we're releasing all the documents on JFK. You know what? Dorothy Kilgallen deserves justice. We at least need a better attempt to determine the cause of death, and was in fact she not murdered.
Yeah, she was. She knew too much.
She knew too much. She had no other reason to do it.
Exactly. She had everything going for her. She was on one of the most popular TV shows of the day.
Yes.
What's My Line? She had a great column. She was one of the first female. Actually, I think she was the first female.
She was.
What would you call her? Author
Syndicated
or
columnist.
syndicated columnist of note. Period.
She was the must read in papers across the country. So, but she just did not buy the Warren Commission, got to interview Jack Ruby, and did let a few people know hints about what that conversation was like, but basically said it affirmed her belief that the whole Dallas story was made up from beginning to end.
Just like we believe.
And then she conveniently died.
A lot of that happening.
Yeah.
And I hope we're not following that same rabbit hole with these guys. You know, my question is why? What is it that they know that the people that are taking them don't want us to know? What's going on? I think if there's a false flag coming, and I think there may be, Project Bluebeam has been mentioned for forever.
Project Bluebeam?
Project Bluebeam is the fake second coming, which can be done through all the technology. You know, the chemtrails release metal particulates. They can electrify the sky. Basically, it's like a missile protection system. If Iran were to crazy enough fire ballistic missiles to America, with what we have in the atmosphere, the military could electrify them and explode the missiles before they come close to hitting America. That's part of what chemtrails do. So, Bluebeam, they could use that very same technology and project whatever they wanted to. If they wanted to project an image of Jesus Christ coming, they could do that.
Yeah.
So Bluebeam is a French author came up with it. Jacques Vallée was his name many years ago. So I don't know. Maybe the people, the 11 or now 12 people that have disappeared, they're the ones who would be the first to call BS on any kind of Bluebeam operation. And maybe that's why they're being taken out. I don't know. But that's a very important question.
One of those missing people was working in anti-gravity experiments and so forth.
Yes. We have anti-gravity. No question.
Wow.
Hey, who's this?
And to what avail is all this? What are we living to eventually see? Kind of insanity.
We have so much stuff, Greg.
A little bit scary.
It is. It is. Papa B is on line 1.
Welcome to the show, Papa B.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I hope those people find that sweet dog. That just breaks my heart.
I know.
Man, I think all of us have probably lost dogs at some point, so we know how they
I've been
feel.
in a state of pang since I walked in the door this afternoon.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Greg actually helped me find my dog Kemper.
Oh, wow.
One day when he went missing. Yeah, put it on the radio, and within about an hour or so, somebody had called and said they found him.
How cool is that?
Wonderful.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. So, we talk about these conspiracy theories and just, who knows? The conspiracy theories actually these days are becoming conspiracy facts.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
On a regular basis. But there was one in particular thread that I was following about guys, these inventors that were just, doing some really incredible work with gas mileage on cars.
Yes, I'm familiar with that.
There was one guy that had actually just found out how to make his car run on water.
Yeah, Stanley Meyer.
And every single one of them, in every single instance, they died in mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, they poisoned Stanley Meyer. He went and had dinner with them, and they poisoned him.
Right. Yeah, in fact, he went out, as he was going out of the restaurant, he started having convulsions, and I think his brother was there or something, maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
And he said, they poisoned me, and he died.
Yep.
And he was there to so-called make a deal with, some sort of big old folks. Yeah,
you're right.
I'm telling you, man, there are some really bad people.
Well, you know, Papa, what it tells me, Papa B, is it comes down to greed. Greed is what is killing this country.
You are so right, Carl. I'm telling you, man. Y'all don't remember Suge Jordan?
Of course.
You're so right, Carl.
Yeah. Oh man, how many times have I heard that? Yep.
Anyway, but yeah, that actually, those things actually did happen. You know, you don't have to. That's not a conspiracy. You can go look it up yourself.
Yep.
Each and every one of these folks that have found really clearly incredible ways to either extend gas mileage beyond, you know, way beyond what we're using today, or come up with alternative use. I'm wondering if maybe some of that's going on. You know, you're talking about energy, you know, and stuff like that. Maybe that's what's happening.
Well, keep in mind a Model T Ford, you know, the first widely mass-produced vehicle, got 25 miles a gallon. And now, look at what we're getting now. With the technology that we have gleaned over the last 150 years, cars ought to be getting 500 miles a gallon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Well, it does when you start looking at it saying, oh, I know why. It's because they want us to buy
oil,
ever-increasing, you know, fuel, and keeps them employed. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for letting me chime in.
We appreciate your time. It is 4:25. We'll be getting traffic and 1819 news coming up in just a couple of moments.
This James is online, too, our published author, James.
Hello, James.
How are you guys today?
Distraught.
Yeah, we're trying to find a lab that's lost.
Okay.
Misplaced.
The way my hearing is, I got what you said, though. You're looking for a lab, as
Labrador
in Labrador Retriever.
Yes.
We haven't misplaced some sort of research building.
No, we haven't. No, the government probably has, but we haven't.
Okay. Well, there's a story there, too.
Oh, you better believe it.
Other than that, is everything going all right today?
Yeah, you know, same old.
You know.
Another day, another dollar.
How about you? Enough about us.
Yeah.
And remember now, Mr. Budale, you opened the door for this. A couple of weeks ago, we went down to Calico Fort, and you said you needed more than 24 hours, so here it is, brother. August the 15th, New South Books, right there at 105 South Court Street. This author and several other local authors will be down there. So I think you would find it of interest, even if I have to say so myself.
August the 15th. And where's this, James?
That would be at New South Books, there in downtown, not too far from the Black Lives Matter fountain.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think it's a block.
You mean the Black Lives Matter fountain that they painted and said they would remove and never did?
Well, I think that's right. But who am I to be critical of those that are headed by communists?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, me too. Waste of time.
Yeah, what's the point?
Anything else?
You called.
Oh, well, I did.
No, we're gonna replay in case you didn't hear it. Our interview with Senator Tuberville later in the show.
Yep.
No, I missed that because that was this morning or yesterday.
And I'm going into training after the show to do some ballpark announcing tomorrow.
Yes.
So I've got big career moves in front of me.
Our own Greg Budale will be broadcasting.
Speaking of career moves, Mr. Budale.
What'd you have in mind?
Since I have you not quite in front of me, I'm in need of a literary agent. You know any?
I do not.
Literary agent.
I'm sorry, I don't
know what that is.
Well,
somebody who can help get books published?
No, actually,
proofreading.
What I have is one of proofreading. Terry's intimating that he may have read some of my material that needs proofreading after the fact.
One time you had mentioned to me you had a problem finding a good proofreader.
Yeah, well, that is a problem.
That's what I've heard.
No, one of my books I have adapted to a screenplay, and I need a literary agent to sell this thing to, or not to necessarily sell it to them, but to have somebody that will go out and hawk it for me.
Represent you in your screenplay.
Yes.
I see. I got you.
And actually, I mean, if you had the material in front of you, I think it's got a tremendous hook, and I'll leave it at that. It's about a World War II veteran who's happened to be my father. And then that's all I'm going to say. There's a lot of guys out there with World War II veterans for fathers.
Love World War II.
Well, my dad, the World War II veteran, kind of inspired my column today, which I wrote about 1 o'clock this afternoon, 12:30 to 1 o'clock.
Now, tell me something. How many words? What's the word count on these columns?
About 900.
Okay. All right.
I usually run a little over. Last month I was under. It depends.
It's a good read. They're always good reads.
Now, the other day I'm talking to this guy I graduated high school with, and I'm sure this is great radio, so just bear with me. And so he has a copy of my book, or one of them, and he handed it off to one of his neighbors because he's not much of a reader. And so she brings the book back after reading it in one setting and says to him, he had me, I believe the word she used was sucked in. And she couldn't put it down, but it was not well written.
That's the craziest thing I have
That
ever
makes no
heard.
sense.
That makes no sense at all.
How do you get sucked into a book that's not well written?
Exactly.
I'm with you guys.
Let
but
it go. Let it go.
I was like gut punched. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
what?
Oh,
No.
God, man.
Let it
I know
go,
the feeling
man.
well.
Let it go. Didn't mean anything.
I do this every day, and I want everything I do to be loved and admired and appreciated, and guess what? It isn't. So that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
As Bruce Hornsby in the Range once
Well
said.
said. Well said.
Okay. Well, with Terry Adams on Friday afternoon, how can you go wrong?
Can't.
Oh, come on, James.
Backed by popular demand. The much beloved and glorious Prime Minister of Playtime.
Guys, I've taken
I'll
up
get you
more
back
of your
for
time
this.
than I intended, and I hope to see you in the near future.
Yes, you will.
All right. Y'all have a nice weekend.
Take care.
Take care. All right, off to the traffic dungeon. 1819 News standing by along with Uncle Chi-Chi, shirtless weather.
We continue to be busy all over the area this afternoon, interstates, boulevards, and we had a minor accident earlier, East Boulevard, right before I-85 in the vicinity of Woodmere and Carmichael. They're trying to wrap up an accident on I-85 southbound right near South Jackson. They are off on the right side of the road. Just watch out for the emergency personnel and the folks there. And traffic really beginning to build all over the area. Interstates, boulevards, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Registration going on now at Trenton State Community College for summer classes, which begin May 20th. That date is fast approaching. Change your life. Go to TrentonState.edu and get all the information. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
1819 News. Standing in for Andrea Tice, I'm Garrison Hardy. A fire along the median of Interstate 65 in Clanton caused traffic delays Thursday afternoon. According to the Alabama Department of Transportation traffic system, northbound lanes near exit 212 for Highway 145 and Lay Dam Road were shut down as crews responded to the blaze. Additional updates are expected as more information becomes available. I'll be back with more Alabama news after this.
Brian Dawson here, CEO of 1819 News. I'm also the host of 1819 News, the podcast, and we'd love for you to join us by listening to our weekly show on all the top podcast apps, both in audio and video format. At 1819 News, the podcast, we are in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama. Every week, we're having important conversations with guests from across this great state, all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
Federal officials have approved nearly $20 million for flood mitigation projects across 5 southern states, including Alabama. FEMA says the funding will help reduce future flood damage through projects such as elevating homes and removing repeatedly flooded properties. Alabama is set to receive about $1.5 million for the acquisition and demolition of 4 flood-prone properties in Hoover. The agency says the grants are part of a larger nationwide effort to address flooding, which remains the most common and costly natural disaster in the United States. For 1819 News, I'm Garrison Hardy. For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Montgomery Men's Health salutes the man everyone depends on. You, the grill master. Your family don't have to go out to eat. You carry the load. You solve the problems. Mr. Fix It. But when you're off, we all feel it. And what happens when the gas runs out? When the strength drops? When the transmission stalls? And I ain't just talking about your truck. Male performance is complicated. Treating low T and ED requires technical precision, and that's where Montgomery Men's Health shines. We've been conquering this since 2014, long before every strip mall had a low T sign. We started this clinic to level you up, to help separate fact from internet fiction, hype from the successful realities we see every day. What works 92% of the time versus what might work online. And we keep getting better. Better service, better care, better value. And for $99, you'll receive a lab panel in minutes and a consultation with our medical provider. Don't wait. Call 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being the mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Catherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Catherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Catherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Strobel to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Catherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Catherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
Join Jones Drugs on Saturday, April 25th, 10 to 2, as they partner with the Police Department for the National DEA Drug Take-Back event. Come by the parking lot of the Prattville, Millbrook, Montgomery, or Phoenix City locations and bring your unwanted, unneeded, or expired prescriptions. That's Saturday, April 25th, 10 to 2.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
With spring officially here, Pizza Perfect has sprung a great deal for April. Get a free order of breadsticks or cinnamon sticks with the purchase of any large or medium pizza. That'll make the whole family smile. Pizza Perfect's amazing buffet includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. The buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pizza Perfect is also available for pickup and delivery. Pizza Perfect on Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook.
It's Prattville City Fest, presented by Prattville Baptist Hospital, May 1st through 2nd in historic downtown Prattville. Live entertainment, arts and crafts, food, and Pepsi products by signature sponsor Pepsi. Prattville City Fest, presented by Prattville Baptist Hospital, May 1st through 2nd in historic downtown Prattville. It's free.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, the rain chances are very small, but not quite zero. I think the better chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms begins in the overnight hours late tonight, and there will be periods of showers and storms on Saturday. It's not going to rain all the time. High temperature in the lower 80s, and there could be a few leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday, but the rain chance is smaller by then. Sunday's high in the middle 80s. A Monday night storm system could be a bigger deal. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It is 4:39 on News Talk 93.1 FM. Still no luck in at least verifying a connection between our missing chocolate lab and his mom and dad, but we're still hoping. Again, the dog went missing in the Cloverdale Idlewild area.
Beautiful.
Cloverdale. And you can call us if you know anything about the whereabouts of the dog at 272-9228 or post on Facebook. I have the number of the owners, so we're hoping to make that connection. It's part of the show brought to you by Duncan Tomlinson, attorneys at law, family law crisis, divorce, separation. Somebody from the past says, guess what, I'm back, and I want to change the rules. Well, you have options. One of them is not going ballistic. That just doesn't make anything better.
It's pointless.
What do we learn? Turn it over. That's what you do. You find somebody who is best equipped to deal with the situation, give it to them, let them do their excellent work. And that's what Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson have done for thousands. Very experienced attorneys, great knowledge of the law, but most importantly, the legal leadership, putting together, after they take in the details of whatever your situation involves, putting together a roadmap. Here's how we're going to get to the exit ramp on this. And you're going to be fine. Just let us do our job. You focus on you. Don't lose your life in the process, meaning let it, disintegrate where you can't work and you kind of are paralyzed by the circumstances. That doesn't have to be. And that's when you trust people enough who can look at you and they say, we got this. This is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to be. And then they do that.
Love it.
819-4810, the number for a consultation. Now, it may not be you, but you may know somebody who is abruptly confronted with this kind of a thing, and it's jarring. Urge them. Same number, 819-4810 here in the 334, or refer them to the website, thealabamafamilylawyers.com, for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law.
The representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
I thought this was an interesting clip that I wanted to give a listen to today.
Cool.
Married moms are 3 times happier than unmarried childless women. And those are the ones you kind of see at the rallies going crazy, screaming at the sky and all of that. They do not look like happy people. Let's see what we have here from Gen Z.
Has actually found that for young women under 35, married moms are 3 times happier than unmarried childless women. That's what the data says. Throughout history, it's been young married people of faith who are the happiest, who are the healthiest, who are the wealthiest, who have a sense of purpose and direction. And I find no coincidence that as our society has attacked the family unit and specifically tried to convince young women this is no longer something you should even want inherently with femininity that we were born with, we are dealing with the greatest mental health crisis of all time.
Harry, you are a self-proclaimed feminist. When you hear this, what is your response? And how do you think modern feminism has impacted the well-being and happiness of women today?
I think, everybody should be feminists. We want equality across the board. And I think we can get into these really long conversations of, well, The View said this or Cosmopolitan said this. I don't think anybody's going to The View or Cosmopolitan to decide whether they want to have kids.
He's the expert on feminism.
That's a little weird, isn't it?
This is true. This kind of supports a study that we talked about on the morning show recently, that the trend with Gen Z women is the opposite of what their millennial parents suggested. In fact, there's a hashtag, trad wife, traditional wife.
Well, it's biblical.
It is. It's wired in. Parenthood, reproducing, perpetuating, that's what we're here to do.
Yes. The mother is supposed to rear the children, take care of the household chores. And believe me, that job is probably 90% of the time harder than the job that the husband does, providing the income to give to the wife to run the family. This is a tough job.
We may see a trend. Of course, we always hear about affordability. but I can remember when families got along with one or maybe a second TV set and not 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there was always enough, but the excesses were, and then that started to change in the 80s with the denigration of motherhood and women. You're not really contributing to the world unless you're getting a paycheck.
Yeah, they go out in the workplace. Suddenly, the divorce numbers skyrocket.
And sadly, in this business, I worked with an extraordinary number of women who got into their 40s, never married, and then they want babies.
Yeah, they realize they missed it.
I know 2 that adopted, one successfully, one, well, I don't want to cast aspersions, but
sure,
it wasn't a husband and wife team.
I understand.
And not only did it not work for parenting purposes, but it also destroyed their relationship. Yeah. And that was a baby they brought over from China. I've never understood that either, because we have kids here that
need
desperately need
yes,
loving parents.
Well said, sir.
But I digress. I'm not the master of society. Come on, let's find Camp, the beautiful chocolate lab who wandered away from mom and dad, innocently enough. Let's take a look at the Facebook thread and see if there's any new news there.
Yeah, come on, folks. Let's find that dog.
Yeah.
Got to find him. It's important.
I've had 25 shares, and I appreciate that, especially if you live in the Cloverdale area where Camp went missing. We should look at Lost and Found Pets of Montgomery in case somebody turned them in. How do I search for that? I think I could do that here. Let's take a quick look. This is what I love about Casual Friday. Look at that. I type in 2 letters and I get Lost and Found Pets in Montgomery.
How cool is that?
And oh, there's a Yorkie.
Yorkie.
Snoopy. Unfortunately, most of these are dogs that got out and have not been found. If I keep scrolling through this, I'm going to get really sad.
Please don't.
Anyway, help us. Help this really sweet couple find their baby. That would be wonderful news this afternoon.
You know, the duality of pet ownership, Greg. The last time I had to put down one of my animals, it made me, I started thinking, is it worth it? You know, is it worth it to love and nurture an animal, and then a decade, if not shorter, you have to put them down because, you know, they can't handle it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? And I've come to the conclusion that it is, because I think God put dogs here to show us what unconditional love looks like. Because no matter what the day you've had, when you come home, that dog loves you, and all he wants is your attention. He loves you unconditionally.
They're such great examples.
They are. They really are. That's why dog is God spelled backwards. It makes sense.
I got to take a break for traffic and maybe some news.
Traffic is brought to you by Dillon Rings. Dillon Rings has great watches and beautiful rings. Or have Josh design a piece of jewelry for you. Shop Dillon Rings now at 119 Brown Springs Road. And check them out on Facebook.
We continue to be busy all over the area this afternoon, interstates, boulevards, and we had a minor accident earlier, East Boulevard, right before I-85 in the vicinity of Woodmere and Carmichael. They're trying to wrap up an accident on I-85 southbound right near South Jackson. They are off on the right side of the road. Just watch out for the emergency personnel and the folks there. And traffic really beginning to build all over the area, interstates, boulevards, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Registration going on now at Trenton State Community College for summer classes, which begin May 20th. That date is fast approaching. Change your life. Go to TrentonState.edu and get all the information. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
I saw a name on my phone. That's why we went so abruptly to traffic there, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
It was the owner of Camp, and he called to say they found the dog.
I love it. I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh, that is like the most wonderful news.
Yeah, it is. That's great. Thank you, God.
And
Praise God.
Terrific. And we thank everybody who cared enough to share the post, help look
Yes.
in the Cloverdale area. This is a wonderful end to the drama.
Amen. Diana is on line one.
Diana, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. I am so happy to hear that that dog was found.
Me too.
Yes.
This is on a completely unrelated note.
Sure.
My husband and I were talking about your key lime pies the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that he wanted a rhubarb pie, that was his favorite pie. And I said, well, I'll call Greg and see if he would make one. I do not have the skill to make a rhubarb pie.
I don't know what that is.
But I'll pay you for it. I'd be tickled to death to give him one of your rhubarb pie if you could make one.
Can you call me back on Monday? I have never made one, but I'm pretty good in the kitchen. I might be able to do that.
That's what I hear. Yes, I will call you back on Monday.
And if I can't, I'll let you know. But I would certainly like to try.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Love your show.
Thank you so much.
Soon.
Rhubarb pie. What is a rhubarb?
It's a rhubarb kind of looks like celery, except it's red.
Oh.
And it's super sour. But it's really good baked into a pie with vanilla ice cream melting over it.
Ah, yeah, anything's good with vanilla ice.
My mom used to make them.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, I never got her recipe book, but it can't be that difficult. So why not look into it? Hey, shall we see if this clip is going to work?
Yeah, let's give it another shot, see what happens.
No. Oh.
A bit transactional too.
All right, great. This is from Terrence Williams. It's Kamala doing her fake Southern accent.
I think it's okay for us to be a bit transactional too, and to say I'm gonna get mine also. And so don't count on me to be a voter and be the backbone of the Democratic Party, because it is my value system and my ethics and my sense of civic duty and responsibility, so that you look at me and say, oh, they're going to vote.
Girl, Kamala, you still pretending to be a black woman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mine. Girl, shut up. Did you not realize that we did not like the fact that you were pretending to be black, changing your accent every time you get around black people? The first time you think, hey, my sisters and my brothers, I be washing my collard greens in the bathtub. Black people don't do that. Don't nobody do that. White people don't do that. Nobody wash their collard greens in the bathtub, Kamala. Okay? And see, you have not put down the bottle. You should have been taking this time to get better. To put down that bottle. You clearly still been drinking, Kamala. You ain't nothing but a drunk. Okay? And this is why you lost right here. Because you are fake. You are faker than a $3 bill, Kamala. You change up your accent every time you get around black people to try to relate. Ain't nobody running around here talking, I'ma get mine. That's why you ain't lost the election, Kamala. That's why you lost, because you don't relate to nobody. Shut up! Oh my goodness!
She ain't in no ways tired.
Y'all, and then you want to talk about ethics? You want to talk about Kamala? You want to talk about values? You slept your way to the top.
Yeah.
You slept with a married man named Willie Brown, Kamala.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You broke up a happy home, and you want to talk about ethics? You want to talk about values? You want to talk about morals? You ain't got no morals. You ain't got no values. You ain't got no ethics. Okay?
Wow.
At all. You ain't nothing but I'm trying to be a better person. Okay? I was going to call her a hoe, but I'm trying to be a better person. Okay? I'm trying to be a better person. So I'm not going to call you a hoe, Kamala. I'm not going to call you a fake black wannabe hoe. I'm not going to do that. Because I'm working on me as a person. I'm trying to be better as a person. I'm not going to call you a drunk hoe who run around here talking about, I'm going to get mine and try to act like you got values. You fake. Okay? That's what you are. But I'm going to be a better person. I'm not going to call you names.
I think it's okay for us to be a bit transactional too. And to say, I'm going to get mine also.
Yeah, fake.
Definitely.
Fake. And yet they're thinking about running her again in 28.
That's the best they got.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, look at the people that have gone down in this, Swalwell went from the boy wonder to the boy that disappeared. I mean, nobody's heard from him.
True.
He's probably going to go to jail if there's any justice at all.
Yeah, that's the question. Is there any justice? I don't know.
And then that bitch in Florida who stole $5 million in COVID relief money and funneled it into her needed expenses like makeup and hair and travel and luxury hotels.
Important stuff.
You know, and what's especially sad in her case is, you look for minorities to make their way, to take their place, their rightful place in legislation, mayors, and so many have turned out to be totally corrupt.
Yes.
Totally corrupt.
It's a higher calling to be somebody that represents a large number of people. And if you're not ready to put your own personal things aside and to work for the betterment of the people under you, you have no business running for office.
That woman in Florida who just resigned her seat, she was going to be expelled. Even the Democrats agreed she's got to go.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So before they could expel her, she quit. But she needs to go to prison.
Yes, she does.
$5 million. I mean, look at the fraud in California. How many hospice places that were they were burrito stands?
Yeah.
Not hospice places. Getting tons of our government money.
Our money.
Look at Minnesota.
Yep, stolen from our tax dollars.
We hear about it and we get mad and then we just go on with our lives. And that's not going to be good enough.
Because we're overwhelmed. We're overwhelmed. There's so much of it happening. We're overwhelmed, Greg.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to go to prison. I'm sorry. Somebody has got to go to prison. It's like a two-stage justice system, and we can't have a constitutional republic like this.
No.
Somebody's got to be held accountable.
Like I say, you can have it if you keep it. But we had one piece of good news today. In camp, the Black Lab is back with Mom and Dad. Yes. And that made my frickin' day.
I'd like to think this show had something to do with it.
Whether we did or we didn't.
It doesn't matter. You're right.
I saw this couple. I saw the worry. And I said, I'll do everything I can, and we'll get the word out. And I had a good feeling that it was going to end happily.
And it did. Praise God. That's great.
Now all you got to do is figure out how that boy got loose and make sure that can't happen again.
Yes.
But truly, that made my day. Then it's off to the ballpark for my new career. After the show, Terry Adams, Greg Goodell, one more hour of the movie maybe will join us.
We continue to be busy all over the area this afternoon, interstates, boulevards. And we had a minor accident earlier, East Boulevard, right before I-85 in the vicinity of Woodmere and Carmichael. They're trying to wrap up an accident on I-85 southbound right near South Jackson. They are off on the right side of the road. Just watch out for the emergency personnel and the folks there. And traffic really beginning to build all over the area. Interstates, boulevards, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. Registration going on now at Trenton State Community College for summer classes, which begin May 20th. That date is fast approaching. Change your life. Go to TrentonState.edu and get all the information. Buckle up. Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
Today's show is brought to you by All You Can Eat Buffets. The perfect way to get a week's worth of calories in only 45 minutes.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. The administration is sanctioning a major China-based oil refinery and about 40 shipping companies. The move is part of a campaign to cut off Iran's oil exports, a key revenue source. In the latest round of tech industry job cuts, Meta is laying off about 8,000 workers. Microsoft is offering buyouts to a similar number. Meta confirmed on Thursday it plans to cut about 10% of its workforce. It's all part of an effort to invest in other parts of its business and for efficiency. The Trump administration said it would extend the waiver on a more than century-old act known as the Jones Act for another 90 days as the war in Iran continues to upend energy markets and supply chains worldwide. The Jones Act requires that goods hauled between U.S. ports be moved only on U.S.-flagged vessels. At the closing bell on Wall Street, the Dow was down 79 points. The NASDAQ today gained 398. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
Hunger doesn't always look the way you think, but it's closer than you realize. On Saturday, May 9th, join the Budget Bites battle at the Heart of Alabama Food Bank and turn awareness into action. Teams will go head-to-head, creating a full meal for $5 per person or less in just 60 minutes. Every $1 raise provides 5 meals for neighbors in need. Now we need you. Register your team today at hafb.org. Deadline is May 2nd. Be part of the solution. Cook with purpose. Fight hunger one meal at a time.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Alabama weather will never fail to surprise you. Our lawns hardly get a chance to have any downtime. This year, save the hard work and aggravation and call Alabama Lawns, the River Region's leader in weed control and fertilization services. What makes Alabama Lawns the River Region's best? It's the people. They have the experience, education, and commitment to customer satisfaction. Ask your neighbors. Alabama Lawns has been the Montgomery Advertiser's Reader's Choice Award winner 14 years in a row. The Alabama Lawn staff is made up of long-term employees and agronomy graduates, and the staff at Alabama Lawns attend annual continuing education classes. It pays to have someone that knows southern grass types and how to keep them green and flourishing. Call Alabama Lawns today at 272-7171 and let them show you real value in lawn maintenance service. Alabama Lawns, the company with black trucks and green lawns.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
It's April 24th, the greatest day ever. On the 24th of April, 1800, the Library of Congress was established. Oh, sorry about that. Have a great April 24th, the greatest day. Oh, sorry.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Officials say a volunteer firefighter has died battling a wildfire in Florida, while 2 large fires in Georgia have destroyed more than 120 homes. The sheriff's office in Nassau County, Florida, said Friday the volunteer firefighter James Kevin Cruz died Thursday after suffering an unspecified medical emergency while suppressing a brush fire. Meanwhile, crews are battling two large fires in southeastern Georgia that Governor Brian Kemp says have destroyed 120 homes. President Trump is sending his envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner to Pakistan to meet with Iran's foreign minister as officials in the South Asian nation push to revive ceasefire talks. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 79 points. This is SRN News.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds too. Get a quote right now at 800-555-2085, 800-555-2085, or biglou.com.
I don't take no crap from anybody else but you. I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. Because I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say you're right. I'm the man of this house until you get home. He's the man. He's the man. What I say goes around here, right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders here. Because I'm head honcho around here, but it's all in my head. He's the man. He's the man. And I can have sex any time that you want. Because I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important. Don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around. He's the man. He's the man. And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble. And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I'm going to do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but I've been neutered. You're the man.
All right, little Sean Malloy from the past by request at 272-9228. Do believe the movie Maven will join us later in the hour with some weekend watch suggestions. But I came across a story this morning from, guess who? Yoko Ono.
Oh, no.
Who I believe is in her early 90s.
Gotta be.
And Yoko has said that she had an affair, a lesbian affair with Hillary Clinton. Back in the college days.
That's a visual that I'll never be able to get out of my head. Oh, my God.
And that's why you would only tell that story on the radio, because you'll have to imagine it.
Oh, God. That's terrible. I can believe that.
Yeah. She surprised reporters during a recent media appearance with an unexpected story involving Hillary.
Yeah, unexpected's right.
The avant-garde artist and widow of John Lennon shared that she encountered Clinton multiple times in New York during the Vietnam War. According to Ono, those meetings eventually developed into a closer connection.
Now, she broke up the Beatles, didn't she? Regardless of what's said. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Speaking candidly, Ono joked that the two had a short-lived romantic involvement, even referring to each other as, I did read this story earlier, but I can't tell you what their pet name for each other was.
It's probably best.
But it involves something you cut paper with, or wires. When pressed for more details, Ono explained that their shared activism and similar beliefs help them form a strong bond.
Yeah.
Well, I guess even insane people can bond, right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there should be a group for insane people where they can get together and discuss their warped views of the world.
Did I put this on Facebook today?
You should.
I did put it on Facebook. Let's see if anybody's cared enough to comment. Jeff says,
Must be a good one.
Doesn't change how I view the Hildebeest.
No, me either.
Somebody wants to know, what if they breed?
Oh, God.
Somebody else has posted a GIF that says, my eyes, my eyes.
Yeah.
Mary wants to know, is it sad that I'm not even shocked by this?
Good point.
I love Jolene Roxbury. She says, gross things for 200, Alex.
Yeah.
She's
Well
so
said.
good.
That is pretty gross.
Lee says that I think every woman has had a near lesbian experience. Hang on, but
Okay.
Hillary, yikes. Okay, all right. Wayne says she seems like the Hillary type. Shocked, says Bobby. Don't blatantly have a romantic link with her chief of staff, Huma Abedin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Rumors about that.
Forgot about that. What they did to that little girl, yeah.
Dee says it definitely makes me question Yoko Ono's taste in women. Yeah.
I never understood what Lennon was doing with her anyway, but whatever.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Disturbing and disgusting, says Sheila. Mary Jo, your comment's funny. I can't repeat it. And Christopher says I'm disgusted with both of them. And then finally, gross and grosser. But it's in the news. That's what we're here to bring you here on Newstalk 93.
right.
Also, the weather, which is coming up in just a moment.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Here in the River region, thousands of hardworking folks will be buying a home, some for the first time. How do you know you are buying the right home? It starts with research. A buyer's agent can help you in your search, providing a list of homes you may not be aware of or know about. At the same time, a meeting with a local lender to find out exactly what you qualify for and how much it will cost at closing and monthly. A list of needs and wants provided to your agent will help them locate properties that match those needs. An example would be bedrooms, baths, school zones, floor plan requests will also help. Start shopping and look at homes and compare and make a list of pluses and minuses for each home. Compare them with your agent to narrow the field. After you work out the contract, appraisals and inspections come next, and then the closing. For more details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. That's 221-2883.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Luke Choir. Since 1983, we've treated you like family. Day or night, we do things right, so you can live more comfortably. Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Luke Choir right now.
It's time to show Mom how much you appreciate her with a Jenny Lynn's floral creation for Mother's Day. Skip the grocery store flowers and make one quick call, 285-1000. Roses, lilies, beautiful bouquets, and gift baskets designed just for Mom. Call Jenny Lynn's Creations, 285-1000.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, the rain chances are very small, but not quite zero. I think the better chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms begins in the overnight hours late tonight, and there will be periods of showers and storms on Saturday. It's not going to rain all the time. High temperature in the lower 80s, and there could be a few leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday, but the rain chance is smaller by then. Sunday's high in the middle 80s. A Monday night storm system could be a bigger deal. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Feeling the pressure of high credit card rates? ASC Credit Union has you covered with a low 1.99% APR on balance transfers. Move your balances in March or April and lock in that 1.99% rate for your October statement. Visit ASC Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
All right, let's take a look at the phone and some of our news apps to see if there's anything late and breaking.
Yes.
This mayor of New York,
Oh, God.
Mamdani, doubles down on Ken Griffin attack despite Citadel's threat to pull $16 billion out of a New York City project. Well, why not? He's a committed communist.
Yeah.
See the story about this kid in New York, teen girl who got stomped by a male classmate who refused her advances.
Oh, boy. No, I missed that one.
Underscores gender divide. And there's some racial components, too. The NFL draft, who cares? Well, nothing of an urgent nature on NewYorkPost.com. Let's see what's on the Fox News app.
Oh, sure.
The U.S. Embassy in London issues warning to American travelers amid concerns tied to Iran conflict.
Yeah.
Hakeem Jeffries left speechless after reporter's kid asked why voters view Dems so poorly. Well, that's good. Hakeem Jeffries is disgusting.
Yeah, definitely.
He just is.
There's a lot of those out in the news these days.
Ooh, a CNN crew got booted mid-broadcast by a furious homeowner during a report. Kind of like to check that out.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Let's see. Fox always finds room for sexy stories, like Olivia Dunn's new Baywatch bathing suit.
Ooh. It doesn't go as well on radio as it would TV. But
No, it doesn't. Masked 14-year-old allegedly body slams girl, stomps her head in brutal New York City attack. Yeah, everybody's behaving so much better under Mamdani now.
Yeah.
There's a Heidi Klum bathing suit story. Ooh. See, they got them all covered or uncovered, depending on your point of view.
Well said.
Barack Obama taps loyalists for first sit-down at controversial center. Have you seen that hideous building, that monument he's making to himself there?
Oh, he has such a complex.
Just awful. Strip away the racial branding and look at the mechanism. According to the Justice Department, the SPLC built a parallel financial infrastructure of fake companies, deceived its own bank, solicited millions from well-meaning donors under one pretense, and then moved that money to achieve something very different from what donors believed they were funding.
Imagine that.
Kash Patel summarized it bluntly during his appearance on Hannity last night. He says, the charity that supposedly fought the Klan funded the Klan.
Yep.
Charity that supposedly fought neo-Nazis funded them. The Southern Poverty Law Center led a methodical, calculated scheme to defraud their donor base of $3 million. And I've also heard stories about money going offshore, and I think one of the founders was kind of like pushed out of the company.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. They let's see, they paid Aryan Nation $300,000. Former KKK member $73,000. National Alliance $1 million. Unite to Vote.
So they were, while they're calling Donald Trump a Nazi, they were in bed with the Nazis.
Exactly.
For business reasons.
The hypocrisy's crazy. Barbara is on line one, sir.
Again, who's this?
Barbara.
Barbara, hey.
Barbara.
How are you?
I tried to speak to Terry real quick.
I'm sorry.
It's always good to hear you on the radio, Terry.
Thank you.
I was going to say, Greg, did you see the video of what you were talking about when that black guy tried to make advances toward the little girl?
Yes.
He picked her up after she tried to get away from him and slammed her onto the sidewalk.
Yeah. That'll teach you.
Unbelievable.
Is the guy in jail? That's what I would like to know.
Probably, well, if he is, he'll be out tomorrow.
Generally seems to work that way, yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen with Daddy. What is the girl's daddy going to do? That's my question. I know what I would do
If
if
he
I
does
were.
anything, he'll be in jail for 10 years.
Yeah.
I know. It's worth it.
It made me cry when I saw that video, that poor little girl. And the idiot that was recording it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, why not? Why are you not trying to help her?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what he was saying, but he was encouraging the black guy to do something awful to her. So
It's insane.
Just despicable. Just
It is.
despicable.
Yes, it is.
All right, gentlemen, have a blessed, wonderful weekend. And you know, Greg, I listen to you all the time. Love you so.
Well, I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Barbara.
All right, y'all take care.
Have a good
Thanks.
weekend. Rhino John Cornyn's team forgot to delete a YouTube video promoting amnesty for illegal aliens. That's a Republican? Thank God he's not going to be back. Ken Paxton is going to make him go away in Texas.
What blows me away is how bad the left wants to minimize or get rid of the Constitution. They look at it, and I remember watching a clip of Hillary Clinton talking about what an outdated document it was. It makes me sick.
Yeah.
Constitution is the law of the land.
Yeah, it's been outdated at various times in our history, ignorant bitch. But here's what we do. We amend it.
Yes. Founding fathers were brilliant men.
Yeah. If something doesn't work out or there was something that there was an oversight, like how many terms should a president have and so forth, there's a thing called the amendment process that brings it up to speed so it's not outdated. You know what's outdated? You are.
Bingo.
You and your wrinkly old ass. You are outdated. New York, what is...
Look at what you're dealing with.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm being a sexist too, but I don't care. I'm not apologizing for that one. Back to the traffic dungeon for an update from Skipper at 5:20.
Well, we are definitely loaded up everywhere. Interstates, boulevards, very busy out there this afternoon. And we hope that you will be safe. We are not seeing any issues, nothing that really should slow you down much on a Friday afternoon, except a good bit of busy building traffic, and we are that all over the area. Keep it here. We'll update you if any accidents happen, but right now, happy motoring. Haynes Ambulance there for you both on the ground and in the air. From simple patient transport to life or death situations, Haynes is ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
I'm Todd Strange, and I had the privilege of being mayor of Montgomery 2009 to 2019. As mayor, our top priorities were the safety of our city and community development. Unfortunately, in recent years, violence has raised its ugly head. We all have seen what's happening in our community. More has to be done to ensure the safety of Montgomery. For that reason, I'm backing Republican Katherine Robinson for Attorney General. She has stood tall for Montgomery and said enough is enough. Katherine has worked in the Attorney General's office for 10 years. I've seen her lead and help set up the Montgomery Area Crime Suppression Unit and help pass tough new laws to target gang activity. Katherine Robinson cares about Montgomery, and she will work with Coach Strobel to put an end to violent crime and restore law and order. Katherine will deliver. On May 19th, join me in voting for Katherine Robinson for Attorney General.
Paid for by Robertson for Attorney General, P.O. Box 50063, Birmingham, Alabama 35253.
With spring officially here, Pizza Perfect has sprung a great deal for April. Get a free order of breadsticks or cinnamon sticks with the purchase of any large or medium pizza. That'll make the whole family smile. Pizza Perfect's amazing buffet includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. The buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pizza Perfect is also available for pickup and delivery. Pizza Perfect on Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook.
Join Jones Drugs on Saturday, April 25th, 10 to 2, as they partner with the police department for the National DEA Drug Take-Back event. Come by the parking lot of the Prattville, Millbrook, Montgomery, or Phoenix City locations and bring your unwanted, unneeded, or expired prescriptions. That's Saturday, April 25th, 10 to 2.
This is Jennifer Petrocelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. If you're in outside sales and feel your income is capped, it might be time for a change. At Blue Water, top performers build strong books of business and create real income by helping local companies grow through radio and digital marketing, including social, streaming, and targeted campaigns. You'll prospect new business, manage your own accounts, and control your earning potential in a performance-driven environment. We're looking for motivated, experienced sales professionals who are ready to be rewarded for what they produce. If that sounds like you, send me your resume today at bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
Immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Seems like there's too much news, because now they have 24-hour news. Now, when I was a young boy, the news was half a hour. That was the whole news, They had it about right. That's about all the news there is. See this all the time on the news. The newsman will come on and he'll go, "Good evening, everybody. This is the newsman." Whatever he says. He's not going to say that. Our top story tonight, a lady has vanished. And then he goes, "Let's go outside where there's another guy." So then they cut to outside. We're outside, and we found out about this lady that vanished. Her name was Janice. And then one day, they go, "Hey, more news on Janice. There's the scouring the woods. They're still searching for Janice." And then you go, "Oh, not the woods." That's nothing good ever happens in the woods. If they find you in the woods, they always find you in the same place. Every time they will find you in a shallow grave. I don't know why they don't just look there in the first place. If I was the police chief, I'd go, "Listen, I want every shallow grave in the vicinity checked out. I want to clear up this case by Tuesday on account of I'm running for DA or whatever."
Norm Macdonald, wisest comic ever. Hard to believe he's been gone almost 3 years.
I know. Old Harold Delaney's one of my favorites.
We still play old Harold. In fact, National Scrabble Day was one of the days last week.
You never hear tell of a boot. I love that.
Yeah. Anything new on JFK that's caught your attention recently?
Not really. The stuff they released doesn't really give us a whole lot. They redact so much of it. I go back to what Tex Mars said. I think it was Tex Mars. It said, anybody that's can think critically knows that Kennedy was not killed by, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Right.
It was a conspiracy. We all know that. The only thing we don't know are the exact names of the people who fired the shots. That's all we don't know. And I kind of agree with that.
We have a call. Let's just grab it on the fly. Good afternoon.
Caller?
Hello?
You.
Mr. Green.
It's Pedro.
Is it Pedro?
Yeah.
This is Pedro, Mr. Green. I am back.
We couldn't be more thrilled.
The wall is not tall enough for Pedro.
You didn't swim?
No, sir, Mr. Larry Allen.
So, what brings you to the phone today?
Well, I hear you. Mr. Green, I have to be honest. My comedy career is not very much taking off.
Oh gosh, and I had such high hopes.
I know it is a surprise. So
I'm shocked.
I heard you talking earlier this week about needing a hairdresser.
I did, yes.
Just.
Yes.
Come on, stand.
Just so happens.
Yeah.
Just so happens, I cut hair, Mr. Green.
I bet you do.
It's wonderful, except I didn't manage to find an appointment.
I have started a business. It's called Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'll have hair today, but gone when I come to visit your salon.
There should be a rim shot there, Mr. Green.
Hang on, I'm a little bit slow on my rim shots today because I'm multitasking. There you go.
So, but if Mr. Green, that does not work, I will still have a tool, and I can go in the pizza business. Do you know why
No.
I can go into pizza business?
What would you do in the pizza business?
Because did you know how you cut pizza?
Is that the way you cut hair?
Carefully.
With Little Caesars.
With Little Caesars, get it? See what he did there? Wow, Little Caesars. That's funny.
You'll Americanize you before it's over with.
I may have a spot for you on the morning show.
I will bow out gracefully now, Mr. Reed and Mr. Larry Allen.
Thank you, 84.
Yeah, he's going to bow out to
Are
gracefully.
you still supporting motors, Mr. Allen?
Yes, I am a motor supports guy. Yes, I am. And thank you to 42, by the way.
Yeah. And here's your graceful exit.
C. No, double C.
Thank you.
Great to hear from you. Thanks for
Thank
the
you. And the
smile
only way you
this
can follow
afternoon.
him is Sam on 3.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Sam.
Double team.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Gentlemen, thank you for taking my call. Yeah.
Oh,
sure. You know, I called up to talk about food myself. But first, the whole thing with Kamala Harris, there's a couple of pictures floating around somebody did with AI where they got her in the leather bonnet and her bougie nails. And she's got that Montgomery look. You know, she looked like one of these local ladies, all glammed up attitude. Greens, cleaning greens in the tub. Okay, listen. Okay, us country folks do that kind of stuff, and you want to clean your greens inside your bathtub because it also gets away the grit that comes off the green.
All the dirt and stuff.
It helps. Yeah, it helps get rid of the soap scum, the ring around the tub.
Oh wow!
So you clean your tub. You clean your greens.
Multi-purpose. How about that? Only you. Only you. Sam.
Yeah. I keep hearing Greg singing, "Take me out to the ball field."
No. I am heading there after the show for training.
That's it.
Yeah, Greg's going to train all the other announcers. That's what he's going to do.
Greg's the man. That's all I got, guys.
Hey, Sam, always good to hear from you. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Hey, buddy. Love y'all.
All righty, coming up next, the Movie Maven with some weekend watching suggestions.
It has been a quiet afternoon all over the area. Traffic light to mostly moderate and building. We got a good bit of traffic outbound on all of our feeder roads, especially 231 to Wetumpka, a little bit busy there. Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka reporting light to mostly moderate traffic. No real issues we are aware of. We do have a minor accident at Troy Highway near Midland Drive. That is well down below Sweet Creek Farm Market. Please use caution if you're there. Keep it here for updates. McKinnon Toyota just received a shipment of Toyota 4Runners. Financing as low as 2.9%. Plus, you got that small town service. They're family owned. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Planton. Buckle up with Jay, Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
The Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Authorities have charged a man in connection to an armed robbery and kidnapping that happened last August. 36-year-old Anthony Damian Anderson has been arrested for his role in the incident at the Studio Lodge on Eastern Boulevard. Anderson and 3 others are accused of robbing 2 people at gunpoint, then driving the victims to Patterson Court where they were beaten and robbed of their clothing. A fire along the median of Interstate 65 shut down the northbound lanes near Clanton Thursday afternoon. According to the Clanton Fire Department, a vehicle that was being towed somehow sparked several fires that spread along the interstate. Montgomery Charter School Lead Academy is expanding and will create a second campus to serve as a dedicated high school. The academy has purchased a building on Fisk Road that was formerly home to Whitfield Memorial Methodist Church. The property will now be converted into a new high school for Lead's 9th through 12th grade students. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Montgomery Men's Health salutes the man everyone depends on. You, the grill master. Your family don't have to go out to eat. You carry the load. You solve the problems. Mr. Fix-It. But when you're off, we all feel it. And what happens when the gas runs out? when the strength drops, when the transmission stalls, and I ain't just talking about your truck. Male performance is complicated. Treating low T and ED requires technical precision, and that's where Montgomery Men's Health shines. We've been conquering this since 2014, long before every strip mall had a low T sign. We started this clinic to level you up, to help separate fact from internet fiction, hype from the successful realities we see every day. What works 92% of the time versus what might work online. And we keep getting better. Better service, better care, better value. And for $99, you'll receive a lab panel in minutes and a consultation with our medical provider. Don't wait. Call 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I've rolled up my sleeves in Congress, and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. If you have evening plans tonight, the rain chances are very small, but not quite zero. I think the better chances of scattered showers and thunderstorms begins in the overnight hours late tonight, and there will be periods of showers and storms on Saturday. It's not going to rain all the time. High temperature in the lower 80s. And there could be a few leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday, but the rain chance is smaller by then. Sunday's high in the middle 80s. A Monday night storm system could be a bigger deal. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It's the Movie Maven. Miss Murray's Movie Minute brought to you by AMS Studios. Relax, refresh, renew with AMS Studios on Main Street in Prattville. AMSStudioMedspa.com or call 730-1268. We now welcome the Movie Maven, Ella Murray. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Friday.
Yes, have you got some weekend suggestions for us or anything new that you've tried and want to pass along?
Yeah, I've got 2 new shows that I started this week, and I like both of them. So, first is there's a series called Beef, and I didn't watch the first season of it because I tried the first episode and it was just a couple of like angry Asians yelling at each other the whole time, and I was like, nah, that's not for me. But the second season is out now, and it's reminding me a lot of White Lotus. Actually, it's sort of a rich versus poor beef, where like this rich couple and this poor couple are like, they have this problem with each other, but they're also trying to work together, and then like they're turning each other against each other, and it escalates as it goes along. So it's not, none of these people are nice. There's no sympathetic characters. You want to see them all go down, but I mean, it's very entertaining.
Okay. The other show?
The other one is called R.J. Decker, and I just started this one, so I've only seen 1 episode, but it's another hour-long detective mystery. He's a private eye, and it's actually based on the Carl Hyacin book. So
did you know that Carl Hyacin was a friend of mine?
Really?
He was. He was a guest on my show many times over the years in Miami. Yeah.
That's cool. He's a great writer, and so it's got his sort of humor and just sort of off the wall wackiness.
That explains everything about this show. If Carl Hyacin has a connection to it, it's going to be good.
Yeah, well, that's very cool.
All right, so Beef now in its second season, and you say somebody can start with season 2 and skip season 1 if they don't want to let it.
Yeah, they're totally unrelated. But I'll probably actually go back and watch season 1 now that I've watched season 2, because once you get past the initial, annoyingness of the characters, maybe it gets good. I've heard that it was good, so I'll give it another chance.
And R.J. Decker on Hulu and Disney. And Tuesday, you told us about a couple of movies. I'm seeing so much about the Michael film. Some good, some bad. What are the Rotten Tomatoes telling us
I'm
about
curious what you're hearing, because, Rotten Tomatoes has one of those giant disparity scores where the critics are giving it a 39 and the audience is at 96, and that is massive difference.
That is. I'm curious to know why the critics are so tough on it. Maybe because they feel like they're leaving certain things out.
Yeah, I think that it's not being completely honest about his life. If you're going to do a biopic, tell the whole story. Don't just give the good stuff.
Yeah, you have to show some warts here.
I don't know. But what are you hearing other people say?
That it's missing. It's incomplete. I mean, that's basically the beef. But
yeah.
As fans, they're going to overlook all of that. I just hope they tell the complete story, because there's so many dimensions to it.
Yeah, somebody said it's like a wax figure of a movie.
I did see a quote today from somebody of note who said that Neverland was worse than anything Harvey Weinstein ever did. And that may be one reason why the critics are objecting to a sanitized version. I mean, that's a pretty heavy comparison there. What else is
Neverland was sorry, yeah, I don't there's a lot of who knows what actually happened that goes around, and people are going to believe what they want to believe. So I don't think anything's going to get cleared up by this movie.
I will make it a mission to try and find the person that offered that quote, because it was a heavyweight. It was not somebody that was unknown.
I'm interested.
But I thought that was, wow, that's very dark. And there were a couple of others out this weekend you wanted to remind people about?
Yeah, I just mentioned a couple on Tuesday that are coming out today. One called I Swear, which has a 98% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It's about the early Tourette's pioneer who wanted to make it awareness of it, and he, I think it's supposed to be a pretty compelling movie called I Swear in the theaters now. And a new one called Over Your Dead Body, which has Jason Segel and Samara Weaving as a bitterly feuding couple that are trying to off each other at some mountain cabin, which could be entertaining, but probably not theater worthy.
All righty. So if you're streaming tonight at home, Beef, either season 1 or 2, you should try them both probably, and R.J. Decker, which has a connection to an old Florida friend of mine named Carl Hyacin, a prolific author as well. Miss Murray, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
And this is a painting of my grandfather, the only one he ever had made.
Sometime, take a close look around your house.
This sewing machine was my Aunt Mary's.
If you have possessions that are irreplaceable, consider this. Each year, over 65,000 American homes suffer a fire due to an electrical problem. Are our possessions safe? To know for sure, call Crosby Electric, your exclusive provider of Current Safe, the world's foremost home diagnostic system. Using high-tech equipment, Crosby Electric will check your hidden wiring, panel box, light switches, and electrical outlets to pinpoint potential problems and make sure your things are safe.
Oh, my daughter's second grade art project. I'd die if something happened to this.
Some things can't be replaced by insurance. Don't wait another day. Call 272-2085 for an in-home no-obligation assessment or visit crosbyelectric.com. Don't just think it's safe. Know it's safe.
Now you'll be safe with Current Safe.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Don't miss the River Region Healthy Living Expo happening Thursday, April 30th from 10 to 2 at the Shops at East Chase. From senior health to total wellness, it's all here and admission is free. Learn more in the Check It Out section at WAKA.com.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Hi, I'm Gil Fulbright, and the people who bankroll my political career tell me I'm running for president. So here I am.
Real, hardworking Americans are important to me. It's a tagline I will be using throughout this entire campaign.
I may not be qualified to be president, but a dramatic camera angle can make me look like a president. A president with the conviction to nod, the courage to point, and the experience to cram buzzwords into everything I jobs. Ideas, policies, morals. These are things I don't need. What I need is $2 billion. Here's the part where I gloss over important issues. Issues like education and making it good, the economy, and improving it by repeating the word jobs. Blah, 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 something to get votes from women and minorities. I have a 5-step plan for making America better. Appeal to special interest billionaires and lobbyists behind closed doors, raise $2 billion, promise you earnestly that it'll be different this time. Get elected, break all my promises to you, and work tirelessly for the big donors who want my presidency. Anytime I can pull a favor for special interest, it always gives me a huge donor. And at this point in my political career, anytime I can get a donor to last longer than 4 years, well. Every 4 years, Americans are faced with a critical choice. Clinton or Bush or someone else. Well, I'm Gil Fulbright,
With a big enough donor, I could be that someone else. I'm Honest Gil Fulbright, and I approve of whatever my marketing team has put into this message. Oh, the Chesapeake Bay. Huh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a great landfill. Why, you're still here? You must want a political favor. Well, no can do without a donation.
It's election
Click here
season,
to
and Gil Fulbright
chip in.
is back, and so is his wife.
Hi, I'm Gil Fulbright, and I approve of whatever it is my wife is about to read off of this teleprompter.
Hi, I'm a politician's wife delivering a focus group message from what looks like the cover of Architectural Digest. I'm not behind a podium or out speaking with real people because as a prop, I'm best positioned in the home where I can conform to gender norms and exhibit aspirational family values.
Yeah.
My practice smile should tell you all's well with the Fulbright house, while my lifeless eyes betray my disgust with my husband's backroom dealings with shady political cohorts. People ask me all the time, what's it like to be a politician's wife? Well, it's a privilege to be a part of the soul-eating circus known as the political machine. That is, once you've given up your dreams of doing something meaningful or worthwhile. So, probably what it feels like to be a voter. Go here to hear more from my husband, or go here if you'd like to donate to his Indiegogo page.
I have not made any donations to Gil Fulbright. I'm expecting no favors there. Let's see. Here's a story. I'm trying to dial it back. If nothing else, we had one great thing happen on the show today.
Great thing. Great.
And just to give you the condensed Reader's Digest version, as I was leaving to come in this afternoon, a couple in an SUV stopped me and asked if I had seen their dog. And I hadn't. So I saw a look on my way out. I exchanged information, asked them to text me a picture of the dog, and said, if you don't mind, I'll see if the radio audience can help us this afternoon. I don't think they knew anything about me or what radio station, but
matter.
They were grateful for the help.
Yes.
And then I got the picture of the dog, and I was even more determined to make sure we had a happy ending with this today. And we did.
Yay.
If you saw the picture posted earlier and reposted with the good news that Camp has been found and is back with Mom and Dad.
Yay.
And that is a wonderful story.
That's
but thanks to
warming, Greg.
we are so lucky in that we get such great support for those kinds of things from our listeners. You know,
I think we have a
missing
very
dog.
diverse group of listeners that are just everywhere. That's good.
Here's something that you see only in the South. See this, a picture. I'm going to put this on our YouTube feed, and then I'm going to sign us off YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't forget, like yesterday, and leave us on there for 14 hours. Goodness knows.
A heck of a show.
Yeah. This is a van with a refrigerator strapped to the side.
A lot of thirst.
It says somewhere in the South. You can get more details on that.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit.
By the way, it was originally posted by he's not a doctor. Rich hates it when I say that. James Spann. How about this? An ad. The SPLC is hiring. Montgomery nonprofit seeks $500,000 CEO to inherit a legacy of conviction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're finally getting their due. Thank
We
goodness.
only hope.
Yeah, true. We do.
We have the video clip of the pitcher who caught a line drive at 107 miles an hour with his shirt. You seen this?
No.
All right, let's put this one up next.
It went in
That's
his jersey.
What?
Right back, and it is caught. No. It's in his shirt. Logan Gilbert wore that one. It went
He was lucky
in
that didn't hit him
his
directly.
jersey.
It would have cracked the rib.
That would have hurt.
Right back, and
just
it
enhanced
is
the game.
caught.
Baseball,
No.
a tough thing, 'cause you're 60 feet away from the
It's
hitter.
in his shirt.
And if he connects,
Logan Gilbert
and it's coming in
wore
your
that
direction, it's
one.
going to come back at you about 20% faster than it came in.
It went in his jersey.
And it just slipped through a little
Right
crack
back,
in his
and it
uniform
is
front.
Caught. No.
I said his life flashed before his eyes.
Bet it did. Heck of a catch.
And we already mentioned the Yoko Ono Hillary lesbian thing.
Just don't ruin people's night with that.
Just across from Walmart.
Rich's weekend weather blog is also on my page, so feel
Well,
free.
hi everybody. Our
Anything
weather
that you
pattern
want
is still
to
quiet
add
for
before we
now,
wrap
but
up?
that'll be changing. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low temperature down to
let's
about
grab that.
47.
Hi there,
Tomorrow,
caller.
A good bit of sunshine. Friday's high temperature back to the
Hey, Greg.
middle 80s again. But
By the way,
standby
that
showers
was
and